the smallest community development officers in our various wards and districts, the policemen, and I take my hat off to many of the policemen who got slain in the process, including our late policeman, the young fellow who was slain in Papua. And so whilst we stand up to shaken us and awaken us to our cause before us, we must also say thank you. And at this time, let me say thank you to all public servants. All who work in public service program, all who work in our defense force, all who work in our military, our police, all who work in our correctional services, all who work in our judiciary. Every one of us included, may I say thank you for holding forth and doing your fair share of duty thus far. But I'd like to believe, speaking as a former public servant, there is room for improvement. Am I right? I don't know whether you've reached your maximum productivity, but I believe there is room for improvement. For once upon a time, I was an officer like you, sitting in my designation somewhere. Chief Secretary used to be my boss. Peter Semalini used to be my boss, and Margaret Elias used to be my boss. Chief Secretary still looks young, and I'm getting older earlier than him. Just to lighten up our morning occasion. So thank you all public servants, but there is room for improvement as we work together. And I propose a few things for us. We want to reform our public service. We want to reform our public service, and if you have a better idea about reforming public service, you let us know. Our government, as we came in, first year on, we've shown our commitment to public service. Number one, your CPI adjustments that was accruing, we are starting to honor now. It was deferred in the past. Despite scarcity of resources, we are starting to honor the CPI adjustments that you sought. Those public servants who are awaiting retrenchment, it was deferred and deferred. We are starting to retire them with money allocated now. That's a government who's showing commitment to ensure that we assist you and you assist the country. Am I right? We assist you and you assist the country. Together we assist the country. Only 4% of us. We can work. It's not a hard ask. You know, Chinese president controls over 100 million public servants. I'm not Chinese president, I will not never rise up to the status, but you know, you only under 200,000 of you, each and every one of us can work well and work together. We also, to ensure that encourage and retain you in the public service, I've instructed already the lands minister to ensure that no more land is issued bulk out to everybody else. Any land that is available, we want to allocate. We want to allocate to Papua New Guinea who are paying personal income tax today, and Mr. Sam Coy we congratulate him on his appointment, an appointment that is made on merit as head of IRC. When we walked into IRC, I realized that the greatest tax we were collecting was personal income tax, and not corporate tax, shamefully. And you can't blame GST because GST is reflective of the buying power of our people, so what much can you expect of them? But personal income tax was the highest form of tax, so I said, and this policy mindset came in one of my contacts with a young Papua New Guinean who was working at Guinea. He said, Mr. Prime Minister, we're paying very high tax. Can you deduct it for us? You know, we love you as new Prime Minister, and I said, thank you for loving me. But I will be irresponsible if I promise you that I will reduce your tax right away. But I said, we will have other programs in place by government so that your tax is put to better use. And one of which will make land available for Papuans who are currently contributing tax by way of salary deduction. Instead of having institutional houses, we'll free up state land. If you have served public service faithfully for 10 years, you got some savings in a super fund, you have your own savings, Then the 4% for a 40-year repayment period with BSP is the place you can run to. That's the cheapest program. Anywhere else in the world, they don't have this program. We have it for our people. We have funding mechanism available for you to go to the bank at the lowest cost interest rate for a long period, number of years for first-time home buyers, and we will free up land. We'll free up state land for public servants and private sector employees who are currently paying taxes for us, including those who work in the churches too. I'm a missionary child, so I got to also think about my pastors also. They served their country faithfully and they got no place to retire back into. And so public servants, if you work faithfully, these are programs that as a former public servant now leading the executive government, I am cognizant of your social welfare needs. And I'm also cognizant of the need that you need to also step up. That's why we'll find a balance. Am I right? And so thank you all for giving okay to this sort of policy views that we have. But whilst we talk about trying to keep you, some of reform agendas will include Department of Personal Management and Public Service looking into a contract-based arrangement with every public servant right down to the lowest keyboard. DPM, it's about time now. You text talk about general orders. I worked in DPM before and I know what general order is all about. Text talk about general orders, and every public servant, it is my view, we should be attached to a key performance indicator-based, performance-based system contract. None of you will be free running around. I'm proposing a 5-year contract. Every one of you will have a 5-year contract with states. Department heads has a 4-year contract. We may shift it to a 5-year contract now. Every one of us, politicians, have a 5-year contract. We go back to our people. I'm proposing a 5-year contract term for every public servant to the lowest officers we have in our system. So if me as minister will sign a performance-based contract with my department head that has key performance indicators attached to it, that year the department head goes and does these 3 or 4 or 5 things, key things achievable, provided for, and funded for in budget, that is light budget. Then the department head then takes it back to the department's concern and breaks it all down. This section you do this section you do this section you do this, what is achievable? Within the resource envelope you have in this given year. And every public servant right across, we envisage you have a contract-based attachment to the state, and in the term of your contract, if you are not delivering consistently, then you will not be kept anymore in the public service. Don't clap at this one. It is a hard statement I'm making. If you don't step up, this is any exit for you and saving on the country's part, I am announcing. For so long, we keep many unattached public service in the public service structure. We want to tidy this and clean this out, systematically eliminate the unattached, one pay, one position, one person, and then give you a duty statement. You are linked to the overall picture of how we want this country to run. In all the departments that we are employed under, every one of us should contribute in some way to running this country. Our public service is like the human body. If you take the eye out, will the body function effectively? Yes or no? Some of you are eyes for the country. Policemen, you and I. Ombudsman Commission, you and I. IRC, you and I for the country. Some of your hands, some of your feet, some of your hearts, some of your lungs. Every one of us are an organic part of the body called public service. And so we want to ensure that your function is directly linked to an effectively healthy, functioning public service that is geared towards serving our country. And so I ask each and every one of you, today I propose The biggest reform that we must do in our country is linking every public servant to a performance-based contract.